Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Sky Factory. So to kick off today's episode, we're going to kind of be doing something similar to what we did last time, which is we're not quite going to jump into the main part of the episode just yet. And our goal here is to actually grind out and get ourselves all this sort of stuff running and gunning for now, which is a very, very daunting task, but I think we can do it, and also getting some Jabba stuff up in there. But we're going to aim to get at least several more of these guys in play. One for dust, one for gravel, and one for sand at the very least. And that's going to be, of course, a very, very large task for the time being. So we are definitely going to be working towards that. A little bit tricky, but I think we can do it. So first thing first, we are going to show you what I'm going to probably title the YouTube episode if I'm not mistaken. But we learned something, well, I learned something interesting. So these guys, I don't actually have a really good way, so let me just go ahead and break down some compressed cobblestone over here. But I ended up finding out something weird about the X Compressum mod. I don't know if this is like a well-known fact or whatever, but I accidentally clicked on the X Compressum, the compressed sieve or whatever it's called, the heavy sieve. And so I ended up discovering something kind of funky, something kind of cool. And so if I give it some stuff to see, and you can see here we've done a little bit. I took some diamonds out, and I did figure out what this is. This is for enchanted books, so like your forge and your efficiency. But the problem is that it has a chance to degrade. And because it has a chance to degrade, I was kind of like, I don't know if I really necessarily want to do that, especially if it's going to break down the book as we go along, because I don't want to have to replace like 800 efficiency books later on. And right now it works perfectly fine, so I didn't particularly find the need or desire to go out of my way for one, so I'm going to leave it be. And then this one I'm not even going to mess with, because this had that as a written thing on the wiki. This one had nothing written about it. So anyways, I put this in here, and then I accidentally clicked with an apple, and it sped up. Now, just kind of as a comparison, look at how fast it's going. I just kind of caught the tail end of that one, but it went by a lot faster. And now my suspicion is that I'm actually feeding Dustine, and Dustine's just sitting there being like, why do you do this to me? And I can actually feed them that way, so kind of cool. A random little, I don't know if it's an Easter egg kind of thing, or if that's like a completely like 120% intentional thing, but something kind of neat that I thought we would share before we get into today, because there's going to be a lot of grinding today, and unfortunately it's not going to be a whole lot of, well, I'm assuming it's not going to be a whole lot of episode, but it's going to be a whole lot of just kind of working towards it. Now, we did discover one interesting thing as well, which is we finally got our first thing of fluid cows. And I did get a molten silver cow, which is pretty dope. A molten aluminum cow, which is okay. And then we have a regular moo. But the real thing here is this rocket fuel guy. Where are you? Rocket fuel? Rocket fuel. This guy over here is going to be a really solid source of the normal kinds of energy that you would need from the mod. I forget what rocket fuel is even from, but I remember that we saw this in KwehCraft, and rocket fuel, Ender.io, yeah. So like we can use rocket fuel for stuff in Ender.io, and it's awesome. So we can definitely mess with that a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what's going to end up happening with it, but we finally have some fluid cows, our very first ever. And for those of you who've never seen this before, and because I actually could use a little bit of it, we're gonna hopefully get some more fluid cows. That's the dream. The dream here is to get like a decent chunk of fluid cows. But so let me just go ahead, quickly whip together a bucket, and let me go and actually try to milk the cow. So if I milk this guy, we all know, gives you milk. Oh crap! I can't put it down. No kidding. Okay. And it's like a block. It's not. Oh nope, never mind. It's not a block. It's liquid. Okay, I ruined it. All right. Well, anyway, so there's that, right? You got the milk and whatever else. I'm just gonna let that spill into oblivion. But I also can do this now. So let's, because we actually can use a little bit of silver. I can do this and suddenly I have a whole bucket of molten silver. And you might be like, okay, Choco, so what's the real effect here? Like I don't see what the big deal is. If I can get, for example, a signalum cow, if I'm lucky enough to find a signalum moo fluid thing, it's an easy source of early game signalum. And the thing is, they can create alloys. They can have alloy cows. So what we saw right there is rocket fuel, and that's not really all that exciting per se. But what is exciting are things like if I'm able to get the signalum, if I'm able to get electrum and stuff like that, we can go into some crazy stuff. And so it's pretty hype, honestly. It is pretty darn hyperoonies. And of course, with the buckets and everything, another kind of thing to be aware of is that that's not what I want to do. I can also put the liquid, I think I could put it in the smeltery. I'm actually not 100% sure about that. I think you can, I'm not sure. But we can kind of repurpose this, and we can kind of throw this together into like basins and stuff like that, and then we can create them back into their ingot form. So kind of a nice thing that we ended up finding, a nice little surprise to kick off the episode. Some moo fluid cows finally coming into our edition. So we got 3 moo-moos, we got some hobgoblins in there, and then we have one baba black sheep heavy eating wool kind of situation. So anyways, thought we would share that before we get into today. But today's game plan is, again, strange. Today's game plan is to kind of utilize this top area, get our storage system going, and have some of this stuff actually working. And hopefully that goes off with too much of a hitch. Now, we do have to make 3 different parts, which means that I'm going to be grinding iron for quite some time. But I think it'll be well worth it in the end, because in turn, by making all the iron, and we can kind of do it incrementally, right? So what we'll probably do is like get the gravel running first, and then so on and so forth. But once we get that all really running and gunning, it should be awesome. We should be talking like we're in supremo shape. Should be great. So anyways, onwards. Our first death on my world, and it's because I accidentally right-clicked while I was holding on to the bucket. Of all the stupid ways to die, my very first death ever in this world was from me being a complete nincompoop. And just, I have no words. I have no words. For those of you who have never heard a death in this game, this is what it sounds like. I'm going to die one more time for the Oh no, it's going to keep it there forever? No, I don't want that to be there forever. Oh man. Is there a way to get rid of this? Oh, shame. Alright, let me see here. I don't know if there's a way to get rid of them. That's actually really obnoxious. Well, it's kind of cool. We could use that for maybe some like artsy things. Although, admittedly, I don't know if dying 1,000 times over is a good way to decorate a place. But, I don't know. Alright, so let me just go ahead and die again, because it's not fair if I died on stream. You guys that are watching on YouTube ought to be able to see it. But this thing is lethal. Like, look how much damage that did. It's nuts. We're going to slowly melt away into oblivion, I guess. We'll just die right here.
What? No!
So, there you go. The very first death. Well, now 2 deaths. Ooh, and they're coming colored and stuff. Darn, that's actually kind of cool. I kind of want to kill myself to get great decoration for the base, but I don't think that's a good idea. Alright, so anyways, we are no longer fearing death. We weren't fearing death, really, in the first place, but we definitely don't want to do that too many more times, obviously, because we'd rather, stay alive and whatever else. But, ooh, wait, I can click on it? Can I? No. Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can get rid of it. I don't know if I can or not. This is weird. Well, anyways, I'm gonna poke around with this, mess around with it, and I'll be back. Hello, everyone. Guess what? It's time for to make a scythe. We're gonna make ourselves our first little scythe. So we're gonna start off by getting that in place, getting ourselves some. I believe the tough rods is what I need. I'm not actually 100% sure about that, but I think this is right. So let's make tough rod, And then let's also make ourselves a tough binding. So I think that's all we actually need in order to get this rocking and a rolling right meow. I'm going to also throw these down into the pattern chest so I have access to those things as I need them. And what we should be able to do... Question mark? Alright, so with these bindings and stuff, we should be able to start working towards actually making them, although I am blanking on how to actually make it. Am I forgetting something right now? Alright, scythe. Blah, 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 blah. I'm derping so hard right now. I don't remember how to make one. Alright, so for this one I can use stone, stone, stone. Okay, so for now we're just going to make a stone. I know it's really bad, but we're going to start with a stone one, then we're going to kind of upgrade it from there. That's just kind of an in-between place for now. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab ourselves some stone arenas from here. That will work for the time being. And it should just be that I think don't I just do this? Hold on. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Question mark? Question question marks everywhere? Huh. Did I? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm missing something. Alright, yeah, I never made the part builder. Somehow in all of my haste, I never actually made the part builder. I don't really know how I didn't make a part builder, but yeah, I guess we just never did that. Alright, so we need wood and a blank pattern. We can do both of those things. So let's go ahead and get this. Wow, that was a huge derp on my part. That was, for me even, that was pretty bad for me to forget what I was doing that badly. Alright, and then let's go ahead, smack this onto here and get that into slab form. Cool, cool. And then we can... actually, sorry, you were voted off the island crafting station. And then we can just do this, I think, and that will work, hopefully. Yeah, okay, perfect. So now we have that all rocking and rolling. Whew! Dodged a bullet. I knew I could do a brain, eventually. Stone, stone, stone. Alright, so stone, tough binding, there you go. And again, I know it's going to be an absolutely miserably terrible thing for right now, but it will allow us to start leveling up a scythe, which is the main goal here. So we're going to leave that in there. Put together our first Scythe McScytherton. So let's go ahead and get all the different parts in there. Whoop. Get all the different pites. And then I think we're going to call it Scyther. Let's call it Scyther. I always feel inclined to call it Scyther, and it's just what I think we're going to call it. I know it's not the greatest name in the world, but eh. Max Stonebound bonus. I have no idea what that means, and blah, blah, blah. Alright, whatever. So, Scyther. Scyther the Scythe. It was bound to happen, let's be honest, guys. So, Scyther the Scythe, and this means that clearing these suckers out should become very, very simple as a task. Now, I will eventually want to put a whole bunch of lapis on here to get fortune on it, but we're going to just gotta go with it for right now. So, bang! Just mass culling, and then boom, easy peasy. And then we are going to break this down, get access, and hopefully, with any degree of luck, we should... I should not be breaking it with that. I did get one ender pearl, so we would not need, but it would be nice to pick up at least one more, which we did not. Dang. Ender pearls are hard to come by, bros. It is hard to come by. Witch's hands, because, you know, 9 million witch's hands, why not? Throw these all into here. Got some sugar, got some gunpowder, got some bone. Got some more sticks from the witches. I do not want to put that in there. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Looking good. Yep, looking good. Alright, cool. So, let's go ahead, get the spider eyes, replace those blocks. Fight the current! Fight the current! Okay. And then we should just be a matter of putting that down, putting this down, and we are in business. So, our first Tinker's Construct tool delivered as promised. A little bit sketchy in terms of quality, but we are getting on the way there. Right now in the process, we are a little whiles in. We made another magmatic dynamo just to kind of help supplement the power, and now we're getting ready to transfer them over. We also did put together some better barrels, and these things hold a lot of items at base level, and frankly, they seem better than the regular drawers. So I think the drawers, what they're really good for, the competitive option here is to use them as a way to store multiple items that you just don't need that much of, and then slowly upgrading it alongside of these things, because this saves you space whenever you have like multiple drawers. Not these guys, because these guys are literally an inferior version of the better barrel, but definitely can use them. But anyways, we're gonna keep on grinding some more iron, stuff like that, getting all the stuff that we need in order to make the supply chain up top work. So so, we have gone ahead, we've taken our magmatic dynamos that we had from over there, and we put them over here. We hooked them up to the top of our little supply area where the better barrels are. And so these two are now all connected and ready to go. So anything I put into here will in turn be processed into there, and just kind of as like a test run. Here we go. Compressed gravel, not compressed, oh well. That's gonna break that into sand. Not what I wanted to do, but that's okay. Yeah, actually, now I think about it, I don't have any compressed cobblestone, so lols. So that's going to go ahead and send that into there. Of course, it's not going to know what to do because it's not compressed, so... Oh, it's not compressed! Derp? I need to have 2 compressed stages. If I want to make this completely automated, I would need 2 compressed stages. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I completely forgot about that. Huh. Okay, so I have to... Dang. I need to make another magmatic dynamo. So it has to go from here into a compressed into there. I don't mind moving the cobblestone again. That's not a huge deal. I can even probably weasel my way through with a compacting drawer, which is not that expensive. But, yeah, we definitely need... Okay, so either way, but the general system for how we are powering all this is that we have 3 crucibles running. 3 should be able to match the 3 magmatic dynamos whenever we have everything running here. You can tell it's kind of filling up. It's not working right now. If we need to add more, we can go ahead and do that. We just have to increase how much world interaction upgrade is here, and then expand these outwards. So that's not a hard thing to do. This is fine. The one thing that we are going to need, though, is we're going to need more liquid transfer nodes and some other things. So let's go over and let's go slay some more of them mobs over yonder. And then it'll hopefully be alright. So let me go ahead, and that's a crafting station. So I just need to throw you into there. Throw that into there. Put some stone. Okay, that should bring Scyther just about to full. And then we are just gonna go call. We're in the hunt for ender pearls. Ender pearls are kind of like the real bay right now, because they are very, very handy. They are very, very handy for transfer nodes. We should be okay for all the things that we need for another magmatic dynamo. I don't think that'll be a problem. I heard the zoop sound. Yep, and he's gone. He's gone somewhere off into the distance, which is not what we wanted. Where are you? You're down there? Okay, let's go quickly. What the? Oh, dadgum you. Please don't pick up a block. That's all I ask. Okay, well, he dropped no ender pearl. It would have fallen into the abyss, but he dropped no ender pearl, so I can't feel that bad about it. It wasn't the smartest decision I made, but you know what? You didn't end up losing it, so it's okay. Alright, so blibbity blibbity bloop, blibbity blibbity bloop, all the way up to the toop. And let me see what we got going on here. Ow. Fight the current. Okay. I always do compare myself to a mighty salmon whenever I do that. Alright, let me see what we got going on. Some sticks. And I'm going to need to break down these wooden spikes. Actually, I don't even need to break that one. I don't know why I'm being so persistent about it. Whatever. I can break it. Because I can just stand in the middle here and I can just go through my inventory rather quickly. Alright, so... Oh, we got carrots. Okay, good. Sugar, gunpowder, common, creeper heart, zombie brain, common, potato, witch's hand, uncommon, mystical yellow petal, miniature red heart. Not a single ender pearl? Dang, okay. Harsh, man. Harsh. But it is what it is. Such is life. Such is the luck of the draw. We're actually kind of closing in on being able to... Redstone torch? What the heck? There's a redstone torch involved. They're dropping some strange things these days. I don't know, man. It used to be really simple. Back in my day, they only dropped crap that you expected them to drop. But now they're dropping all sorts of junk. Alright, let's go ahead and put that in as well. And from here, we're going to take nothing, I think, maybe. Do the soaring bag and this rare loot bag. Let's open the soaring bag. Okay, another quartz chest. I rate that. I rate that. The stick is kind of whatever, but hey, you know what? I'll take it. Another quartz and all that. Fine, fine, fine. Looking handsome per the usual. And then I'm going to replace you with cobble. And you can go back to being your merry selves. Okay. Woof. Woof, 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 woof. I'm going to... I mean, I guess what would make sense here is if I put fortune on the scythe. That would be a good way to go. So let's actually do that together as well. I'm going to put fortune on scyther. Because scyther is going to be a good way to farm up items and junk like that as well for the interim. Obviously, whenever we get into kind of automated, that will be a lot easier in general. But for now, it should be a pretty okay thing to do. And I literally just took one out. And now I took all of them out. Not what I wanted to do, but, you know, whatever. Fair. Alright, let's go, and actually, yeah, no, we're going to be short. We're going to be short 8 lapis in order to make that really worthwhile. Let's go ahead, take scyther, flop it into here. And lapis, like so, question mark. Okay, there we go. And then we can get luck on scyther. And actually, if I'm correct, should be able to just do this. And then we can get ourselves this done a little bit faster. A wee bit faster. Alright, so boom, boom, boom. And then now it's at... Yeah, it has Fortune 1. It has the equivalent of Fortune 1 on there. So, cool. Alright, and then, yeah, for the heck of it, why not? We'll add in an extra little bit of luck. And then put that back in. Let's repair it. Okay, good stuff. Wait a second. Ooh, I forgot to put back the spikes, didn't I? Alright, oopsies. I forgot. Actually, what? Did I put the spikes? I don't think I did. Did I? Excuse me. Can't remember if I did. No, I did. Okay, good. I did. Whew. I was like, did I actually put it back? Because I don't remember putting it back. But I did. I avoided a dum-dum. Alright. Then let's just zip on over here. And start putting away some of this other great stuff, like this fine blast protection helmet, which is going to protect me from all sorts of death. And Minicio, uncommon loot bag, string, some chests, spider eyeballs. Nothing really that's too terribly useful, unfortunately. Alright, and then fight the power, put it out. Ah, come on, darn it! Come on, move! Yeah, move! Just, really? Okay, there we go. That was being really difficult this time. I don't know why. Alright, let's get the stone back in here. And then we just have to check in on them every now and then. Oh, I know why it's being so slow. It's because I don't have any, thingamajigs. I don't have any food. I don't have any food with which to run with energy. We also did actually end up getting ourselves some new farm animals. Although no moo fluids last time we checked. It's been a while now, so we actually might have some. Hopefully. I don't think so, but, you know, one can dream. But we do have some piggies and we have some moo-moos. And we also picked up a chicken along the way. So, let me go ahead and savagely RKO the fudge out of one of these pigs. Sorry. And, of course, now he's run over towards where the other livestock are. Alright, 2 piggies over here. You're my next option. Okay. Let's break the fence down real quick. Then replace it. Alright, where are you, piggy? Really? Okay, I gotta open this now. I'll leave it. Jungle saplings. Of course. Alright. Alright, game. Sad times, man. Sad times. I'm only gonna kill one pig. One piglet is all I'm gonna get. One little num-num. And that should be enough to get me sustained through the cold winter months. Cry, silently cry. Oh well. Que sera, sera. We need to put saplings into here. Whoop. And we have some more saplings. And let's enjoy our first farm animal food. Delicious, delightful. Also, I'm yellow for some reason. I don't know what that means. Why are you yellow? I don't know. Mysterioso. Why is it super yellow? The apples had a very marginal yellow impact, but this one's like trying to make a super yellow. No idea what that is. Alright, so anywho, we'll be back after we get ourselves the whole chain set up, and then we can hopefully do a hot test together, and that should be the first step to a wonderful, wonderful process. Yes. Alright. Burp. It's time to finally do the hot test. So the current setup that we have is 3 magmatic dynamos, auto-compressed hammer into a transfer node, which is going to go to the compressor, which is going to compress that down, the cobblestone into gravel, compressed gravel into here, and then, of course, sifted through by our lovely assistant Foxglove, who will be later on replaced by some other poor individual who will remain nameless at this particular point in time. But let's go ahead and give us a shot. I'm going to need to get some compressed cobblestone. Yep, I will absolutely need to do that, but that should not be too bad to do. So let's go down here. We can just fetch it from here, honestly. Yeah, we'll just take these. Because these guys are double compressed, so I actually get a whole bunch of these per. So kind of a nice little way to skip some of the work, some of the effort that's required in order to do that. And we should be able to just lop them into here. Now, obviously, this is not very convenient, this particular part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a hopper, and I'm just going to make a simple chest for the time being. And that's going to allow me to just kind of ferry some stuff over from time to time and not have to do it too terribly often, which is going to be nice. I know some people are going to be like, oh, well, why don't you just like actually make a proper system? Because this is not the proper thing, so to speak. So that's kind of why I'm hesitant about like investing too much energy into making that look just right and to work just perfectly. So that is kind of my thought on that. And yes, I did just blank for those of you who are like, Choco, hello? But let me go ahead and make a chest into a hopper. Okay. And then we will also make, well, actually one chest ought to do the trick. Let's go ahead, chuck away that, even though it's beautiful clay. Rest in pepperoni's clay. You never stood a chance. All right, and then boom, question mark, and boom. All right, cool. So if I'm correct, assuming that this doesn't have another weird input regulation in terms of like, you have to come in from this particular side, it should be that I can just do this. So right now, I should be able to just be like, yo dog, let's make some compressed cobblestone right there. And it's not working. Sad days. And we are getting sand? Oh, this is compressed gravel! You had one job, Choco! You had one job! Dadgummit! One job, Choco! And you did your job wrong! What the fudge? Oh, no. Alright. What freaking job? Okay, so... Anyway. Anyways, there we go. Now it's working. Now it's actually on all cylinders here. All right, so I need to. Actually, we could potentially find something that we really want here, although it doesn't look like we are. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Cocoa beans I'll save because that's something that's not going to be obtainable otherwise, I don't think. Cactus seeds into there. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so now we have that all rocking and rolling. Next step, I need to break a hole there and hopefully absorb that one. Dadgum you. I had dreams. I had dreams. They all turned to memes. Let me see. Question mark. Derp. What happened to? Okay. I'm a little bit confused as to what just happened there. I could have sworn we picked up like a crushed ore thing, but no, I'm just crazy, I suppose. All right, so it's raining dust particles. Just bathing it. Let me see if I can get this transfer node to work correctly. Yep. All right. Cool. So from here, what I need to do, and I'm going to actually need even more transfer pipes than what I have, is we're going to just lead that over like so, and it's going to try to find which barrel that it needs to get into, which should be okay. Now, this is not going to be the fastest thing in the world, unfortunately. It's going to have to like sort through each individual thing and then kind of go through that. But if we put speed upgrades in there, it should get fast enough that it won't be a huge problem, or at least I don't think it should be a problem. So I need to make some more of those. So let's go ahead and get 2 more things of glass, and let's get crack-a-lackin' on making some transfer pipes, and I think we'll be actually well on our way. So that means I can just, you know, I don't just goof around, do whatever else on the map, and then as I'm doing that stuff, that's going to constantly working, getting us more ores, and it'll be organized, and it'll stay organized, as opposed to, you know, like when we had like sort of the chests before and they got full really quickly, and then we had like the pleb lord ME system that didn't really hold its own. This one will hold for a while. This one will do its job for quite some time. So I'm not too terribly worried about it. I do actually need a little bit more transfer pipes than this, but for the crushed ore gaming, this should be more than sufficient. Then we'll fill in the rest in uno momento. All right, cool. So there's all that. Let's go ahead and extend this over this way, because these guys are, ooh, actually it's perfect. Ah, we got it perfect. We have a perfect amount of everything. All right, cool. So what we should find in here is that this is going to start searching for inventories. It's not going to necessarily do the greatest job. Like I said, if we put speed upgrades in there, that will change and that will go a lot faster. Probably the main upgrade I really need in here is a stack upgrade is what I honestly want. So let me actually see if I can get there real quick. So let's get a stack upgrade first. So stack upgrade is going to need a speed upgrade in order to get there. We need 3 diamonds, 4 gold, and this is going to, oh, this requires a lot of redstone. Well, fam, I guess that's the signal for us to actually go ahead and get into magical crops, because that's the best way I know of how to get redstone, because that is actually worth my time to do that. So we'll probably get into that stuff fairly soon, at least in the nearest future. We'll get into that. The one thing I did want to check before we get too far ahead of ourselves is it's about time that we check our achievement book. So we didn't technically make it out of bone or flint, but we know how to do that, so I'm just going to say yes. We've heated a crucible and made lava. We made a dark room for spawning mobs. We made a field of grass. We have not made a level below our base technically, but I'm just going to check that off because we've done this before and it's not a big deal. We've not done the obsidian. We have made a smeltery. We have not done this yet, and I'm going to leave that unticked because I should do that. We're going to automate the cobble, upgrade your mob farm to kill monsters automatically. We check this because we know how to do it, and we don't do it. We won't do this for a while. And then now we're entering the farming age. So we're right about where we want to be with all that stuff. Use growth pulsers to speed up. Why were you not in the first? You should have been in the first one. For those of you that don't know why I'm freaking out, we experimented with so many things to make the crop grow faster. And the lily pads or fertility are great, but they weren't really effective. Growth pulsers are, and they finally make the recommendation to make growth. I hate this. Ugh. Sad face. Oh my gosh. All right, well, either way, we are still making progress. We're still making some waves here. I'm pretty happy with it. So I will leave that be. Actually, you know what? Let's make you into the stand thing. I can make you with planks. Okay, so that's not what I want to do. I don't know how that happened. All right. Derp. What just occurred here? Okay, that was kind of strange. Um, let's go ahead, put the achievement book, and then planks underneath it. Voila. Get ourselves our achievement stand. And we're going to leave this right where we started off our adventures, by the tree. And I think we're just going to, yeah, we'll plop it onto right there. I'm assuming something became spoopy because I did that. No? No spoopy? Really? Wow. There's a crushed nickel. That's why I picked up. Really? Nothing is spoopy after I did that. Huh. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'll take it. I ain't going to complain about that. Alright, so everything is all checked off still. Beautiful. And we are in good shape. So I guess the next step really is the Minicio farm and getting all that stuff kind of rocking and rolling. That in turn, of course, is going to lead into us being able to make the redstone crop, which in turn is going to allow us to kind of make redstone willy-nilly. Because now that we have this, we should be able to kind of not have to worry about ore collection for a while. It shouldn't have to be a thing. Ooh. We're one transfer pipe short. One solitary, single, good for nothing. One thing is keeping us from having that work completely. I am not going to let that be. We are not going to let that stand. I am going to get myself what we need. Alright, so aluminum. Sure, I'll take a stack. Why not? So I need 2, 3. That's going to create us 6. Let's go ahead, throw them back. And then let's go ahead and craft. Well, not craft, I guess, but let's go ahead and smelt down this aluminum, more gravel. We do have some invar in here. So I guess we'll just kind of drain them manually. We're going to drain these manually and get the all working and rolling. Bum, 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 bum. 2. 3. 4. 5. And a healthy 6. Alright, and then we should now have that all melted down, and we just have to replace that, so good golly. I wish that they made this a little bit better. Now, I know, I technically understand that, you know, you can put like a transfer node in there, we can kind of automate this process a little bit more, and with a liquid node, it's a lot faster, but, I just wish that this was a little bit better set up. I wish there was a way that Tinkers will allow you to, like, have a bigger table, and then you could just have a lot of these kind of filled up normally. But, with a side of Let's go ahead and get at these. Boom. Alright, cool. So there is our aluminum. It is not the Tinker's version, which is sort of strange and off-putting in a way. Sorting pipe. Sorting pipe. Nope, not sorting pipe. Transfer pipe. Although sorting pipe is not necessarily the worst idea, but not what we need. Transfer pipe, go ahead and make those. That is far more than enough. And we should be able just to slap on that last little addition here. And then we should see that number pop up. There we go. And now it should be rocking and rolling. It's going to start filling other stuff. Cool. So we are definitely going to have to get into redstone crop. I don't really know of a better way to get redstone at the time being. But at least now it's draining properly. It's going to keep on rocking and rolling without too much supervision from us. I am going to leave this chest right here on top. I'm going to fill this sucker in with compressed cobblestone. Not compressed gravel, but cobblestone. Alright, so here, let me move these to the side for the time being because I am going to confuse myself 120%. Alright. Compressed cobblestone. Alright, and then compressed gravels are here. Compressed cobblestone, cobblestone, and more compressed cobblestone. Here, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Let's toss this to the side for now. We'll be back for you in a moment. This way I don't have any potential way to accidentally screw this up. Alright. Compress cobblestone into there. Get this all. Compress that down. And I think we're good, actually. I think that's it. All right, perfect. So compressed cobblestone now all in play. That will last quite some time, and that's going to kind of go along in its merry way. This is being bottlenecked by what's currently processing, so I think we're okay with that. I don't think we have to really worry too much. So that will go slowly. This will in turn go through there. This one's going quite quickly, and then this one's kind of going as fast as it can as well. So that's great. For no modifiers, this is kind of the speed that we would look into. Perfect. I'm starting to actually think that because compressed is actually a little bit less efficient, probably the late game you would want to have the regular ones because you have more power and then you can just rifle through them, and you also get fortune, which could potentially be a big thing. But yeah, either way. Oh, and apparently we have Redbeard 3-month resub. Thank you very much. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. I hope you all did enjoy, and you are looking forward to having magical crops already back. We are killing it in terms of progression because we weren't even at this point. And organized? Nah, we weren't even here. Debatably, we were never there. But we are definitely kind of cruising and bruising all sorts of wonderful things here. So all good and dandy. Speed upgrades, we're coming for you. We are coming for you. Unless there's like some other way to get them. Nah, not really. We do have that one speed upgrade and that one loot bag, but we do want to be able to make these. If we can get a full stack of them, it's going to rifle through. We don't even need a stack upgrade if we have those. It'll just like quickly auto-find the path for it. But we will need quite a few of those if we want to make that work. So anyways, good duels, that is all. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, consider leaving a like rating down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys another time. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.